Hi everybody, this is the Perfect Storm Thoroughbred Horse Racing channel back again with an early look at the Breeders' Cup Classic. So we're 2.5 weeks away from the big days and grab some early PPs, and we're going to take a look at how some of these horses stack up against Flightline and who might possibly be able to get in there and beat that guy. Okay, there's Flightline's PP. There's no doubt that this one is a super horse and is likely to even improve again and step up off of that last number. Even last year as a 3-year-old, he had run that 117 in that sprint at Delmar. Doesn't equate to a mile and a quarter, but he did the same number in the Pacific Classic where he just blew everybody else out. The pace and the par for this race is 95, 106 early for second call, 94 late, and a 106 final. Obviously, Flightline exceeds that by plenty. A couple of horses in here are somewhat interesting, though. I'm going to go scroll all the way to the end of the PPs and we'll take a look at a couple of these. The most intriguing horse to me that can pull an upset is one of the 3-year-olds, Taba. This guy has some potential to move forward again, and he's got a couple of good 3-year-old races, a lot better than a lot of the older horses in here. Looking for an upset candidate, I would be looking at Taba as the horse that has the best chance to pull an upset here. And right now he's about fourth betting choice on the European line, going at about 8 to 1. You got Life is Good and Epicenter at 5 to 1 and 7 to 1 respectively. Let's take a look a little bit further here. Okay, slow down Andy. No need for Andy to slow down. He's already slowed down. Rich Strike, probably not even going to be in here, but I can't see this horse winning this race. He could slide in for third or fourth. Olympiad, pretty nice horse. Don't know if he's going to be uh, able to really get that mile and a quarter number up where it's going to need to be to win this race. I just, even after the nice Jockey Club Gold Cup, can't see him really getting up into the range it's going to be required to win this race at a mile and a quarter. He's really got more of a sprinter to middle distance pedigree. Life is Good. What can you say about this guy? Everybody loves Life is Good. I love Life is Good. This is a great horse. Only problem is he needs to be running the dirt mile, not running in the classic. Okay, I don't think this horse is going to be able to run his best numbers at a mile and a quarter. You can see he's got his lifetime peak in the Whitney. Came back, won the Woodward. Really, really nice horse. Just not going to be good enough to win at a mile and a quarter, I don't think. I like another Pletcher runner better. Hot Rod Charlie. This guy, how can you not like this guy? He's always there. He's going to be banging around. He's probably going to be in the money in your super. Don't think he's going to win. Happy Saver. No chance. Epicenter. Really nice, solid 3-year-old on the improve. I mean, just look at his progression, speed figure progression from his 2 and 3-year-old season. He has only really regressed the one time. His second race off the layoff back here after he broke the maiden. He regressed a little bit while winning, so he was probably handridden out on that race, so you can really forgive that regression. And since then, he's just been on an upward path with his best race in the Travers last out. He can improve again too. I like him to be in the money, but not necessarily to win against the better older horses. Dynamic One, this is a pretty nice horse. Uh, Not really interested in the closer to run these other faster horses down here in this race. Defunded, don't think so. The other Baffert horse. Cyberknife, probably going to go to the dirt mile. Country Grammar, nope. One horse who I think can run well in here is American Revolution. He's my favorite Pletcher horse in the Classic. He came off the layoff and ran in the Jockey Club and got beat by Olympiad. And he just coming off the layoff, I think that was just more of a tune-up to get him into a race before the Classic. The races at Churchill are good. His 3-year-old season races are good. He's got a chance to step up and run really good here, but tough for him to win. I think he's got a better shot at second or third. It's really hard to bet against Flightline, but if I had to take a stab to beat Flightline, my top long shot pick would be Taba and then American Revolution to be the ones who could pull the upset if something happens to Flightline. And that's just based on their progression and based on their current campaign. Some of the other horses who have run decent, like Epicenter. Epicenter is a nice horse, and he's going to be really nice if he comes back as a 4-year-old. Hopefully he will. But I think he's just been campaigned pretty hard this year. He's had a long year, going back to really from November last year. November, December, January, February, March. Little break to the Derby. Ran the Preakness, had a little summer break, 2 months off going to Saratoga. 2 good races at Saratoga, and now he's catching a break. Yeah, he's going to have a chance to be in the money, but I don't think he's going to be able to move up against the older horses and do enough to win this race. Hot Rod Charlie, yeah, I like him. I don't think he's got a top speed figure that's going to be good enough to win here, though. I think he looks more like an in the money horse. Flightline, or sorry, Life is Good has ran his top in the Whitney, and he's just more suited to the mile. It seems like to me. I don't think he's going to be able to run back to this 113 at a mile and a quarter because he's going to get some other pace pressure. Olympiad, decent horse, but more of a shot at in the money than to win. Rich Strike probably not going to be here. Again, Taba, like the progression, like the breaks in training, like the way he's been spaced out to come and be able to put another top figure into this race. Taking a look at the pace figures just to look and see, what the early pace is looking like. You've got Flightline and Life is Good quite a bit above everybody else. Life is Good is going to want to go out and get the lead. Flightline could probably just sit there behind him and wait until he just wants to start to go. Taba, more of a presser. He's got nice early, nice late balance. Really nice balance. So does Epicenter. Epicenter is versatile. He can pace or stalk. He's got really nice balance. He and Taba are basically have the same numbers looking at the second call and late and even the final figures here. The big difference between these two to me is Epicenter's been ridden hard and had a hard campaign, where Taba has had less races and more rest between races, and I think he's really the 3-year-old who's going to be able to step up here. Hot Rod Charlie, very consistent. He can lead or press the pace, but he's a little bit slow compared to Flightline and Life is Good. And the other ones who want to get to the lead just don't have the early pace ability to do so like the top two. So from the pace standpoint, looks like Life is Good's gonna probably try to get out. If Flightline, relaxes at the break, which he's plenty fast enough to run up on anybody and then take the lead whenever he wants. Life is Good will be compromised if Flightline takes the lead. Life is Good is done. It's that simple, really. Epicenter may run well enough to get a piece. Taba possibly to upset. Hot Rod Charlie in the money, and then American Revolution as the outside shot for the win based on his form pattern and past ability. Based on the early betting, American Revolution is right now 33 to 1 on the European boards. So he will be value. Taba will probably be value, at least hopefully around the 8 to 1 range, maybe a little bit better. But we'll see. It's still a little bit early, but that is my initial impression. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again soon to cover some of the other races.